Gracious good day to everybody. Hi. My name is Mike Merriman, and I am part of Three Strand Freedom Ministry. And really where I'm sitting right now, I'm actually sitting on the floor in a hallway tucked away in the hospital I work at. And it's quiet. I just came out of the OR, and that's what I do as a profession, and I love what I do. But it gets incredibly loud, and things happen, things occur in the OR where, nothing bad, but there can be some intensity involved. So one of the things that I do for myself and actually for everybody else too is when it comes to my break time for lunch, I go away and I find a quiet place and I just decompress for a moment and I say some prayers. And I guess that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about is prayer isn't just meant for the morning and the evening. Prayer is something that we can do throughout the day. And I have to tell you that when I leave my workspace and I go to an area where it's quiet here, I'll just be quiet for a moment and you can hear. Now you might hear some ambient sound coming from the other side of this wall, but from where I just walked out of, there was a lot of activity going on and there was a lot of noise, not like crazy noise, but when two people talk, there's a conversation. When four people have two conversations, it elevates. And then there's the whole noise, the background noise of all the equipment that we use during surgery. And that can crowd into your, sorry about that. That can crowd into the space between your ears, and it can push away the things that you need to stay balanced, to stay focused, to stay on task of what you're trying to do. And so that's what I do. I come and I find a quiet spot and I just sit down for a minute with Jesus and I just pray to God and say, thank you so much for this amazing day. Thank you so much for the wonderful, awesome people that I work with who are just as dedicated as I am. Thank you for all the Christians that are in my life that surround me. And thank you actually for everybody, whatever faith there is, to be with me, to dedicate our time and our efforts to help people and help people and have them have a safe, positive outcome. So one of the things that occurred today was I was talking to somebody about fasting. And it was really interesting because, I don't know if they were really complaining, but they were stating how they were on this diet and like they missed the carbs in their diet. And I said, well, have you ever tried fasting? And they said, oh no, fasting is overrated. Actually, scientific data shows that it's not good for you. And I said, well, I fast at least once a week and it is good for you. And he goes, well, why would you do that? And I said, well, for spiritual reasons. He goes, oh, well, that's something different. And then he said, but my faith, we're smarter than that. We wouldn't do that. And I was thinking about his faith, and I'm like, yeah, you do it once a year. And I wasn't passing judgment, but they just made me think about how we either get in the habits or we just totally refuse to get into a habit. They're actually good for us. And so prayer actually has become one of those things for me that is really important to me. And it serves me well, and it serves even more so the people that are around me. So that because it keeps me balanced, it keeps me from tipping over, it keeps me from lashing out, it keeps me from, thinking that I'm more important than anybody else, and where I'm around. And so So getting back to the fasting thing, I was like, wow, you're really missing the idea. You're really missing the point of that. And what it does is when you fast, just like with prayer, it takes the focus off of you and it puts it on where it should be, and that's with God. And that's with Jesus. And that's also with, you know, so when I fast, I offer it up for people who are in need, people who are in need of prayer. I use my fasting as a form of prayer. And the funny thing is, I was trying to explain to this person why it's not as bad as he thinks it is. Because I tell you, when I go through a day of fasting, really, I'm not as hungry as I thought I would be, and I don't dwell on, oh wow, I wish I could have some food right now, or oh wow, that candy bar looks really, really good right now. No, what it does is it takes the focus off of me, off my ego, off of my wants and my needs, and it places my heart in a spot where it should be, and that's on others. So I think that maybe one day I'll be able to pierce through that or kick that wall down and just have him understand what that means. I mean, I'm not expecting him to actually do it, but just for him to understand the reason why I do it, and I think he understands. But getting back to prayer, so this time that I'm sitting with you right now, I'm actually sitting on the floor. It's so important to me because it pulls all the minutiae that's floating in my head. It just pulls it right out and it fills my brain and my heart up with gratitude and with peace and with some semblance of joy. Joy just creeps in when it starts to happen. But I just wanted to share this time with you and let you know that if you can practice, just like during your lunch break, during the middle of the day, just take just a couple minutes to start out with, and just thank God for what you have. Thank God for the moment of being able just to sit with Him and just be quiet. Take a breath, relax. You made it through the morning. Okay, no matter what your trials or tribulations were, and you are able to refocus and re-energize and revitalize yourself. Because I guarantee you, I'm going to finish this video in a couple minutes. And as soon as I pick myself up off this floor, I'm going to feel like I just got here this morning. I just woke up. I'm refreshed. And I have, as I'm saying it, as I'm speaking it, there's energy just flowing through me right now. Because I took the time to sit and pray and be able to decompress, even if it's just for a couple minutes. And I'll be ready to go for the rest of the afternoon. And I just wanted to share this with you to let you know that it's vital for me, but it's a practice that you might want to consider. Just start out with a minute. I challenge you to start out with a minute every morning, every noon, every lunchtime, whenever that might be for you. And just quiet yourself down and give that moment to God and give that moment to Jesus and let the Holy Spirit just settle down upon you and fill you up, pull everything out and fill you up. So my prayer to you is just be sitting there in peace and allow the gentleness and the kindness that God has for us to just come down and wrap us in His embrace, and allow all of the negativity and all the stuff that you waded through just to dissipate and just fall off and disappear, and allow that peace and joy to build you up, to revitalize you, to give you a renewal and refreshness for the rest of this day. And I want to say thank you so much for allowing me to share. I know this is weird, and I know this will look kind of shaky and kind of like, it's not sitting at a desk, and it's not, which I never do, and it's not like I have a tripod sitting on, and I have this camera in my shaky hands. See, there it goes. And, but I'm so grateful to have this opportunity to reach out to you. So as part of Three Strand Freedom Ministry, I want to say thank you so much. Also, if you just hit the like, share, and subscribe button so we can keep this ministry going. And I also have a link down below. If you would like to ask me about prayer or just have a conversation about prayer, just feel free to email me. I'll be more than happy to get back with you. God is showing me more and more each day just how much prayer is a part of my life. And the more I share it, the more it comes back to me. But you will be in my prayers. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Bye.